Chauvin guilty on all charges. What are your thoughts? I'm curious what comments the mods are deleting. I'm kinda surprised. I thought they'd nail him for manslaughter and third-degree murder. But I didn't think they'd get second-degree murder to stick. Keep filming the police people. It was because of Darnella Frazier filming that brought police brutality to the public stage and started many calls for police reform. Thinking about how we all watched him murder George with our own eyes and we were still anxious about the verdict. From a POV outside of the States, I know it makes no difference unless major changes are actually being reinforced and made. I'm sorting everything by controversial. Definitely the right call. I just hope he's not made into a scapegoat for a system that enabled him for so long. I'm thinking people should stop feeling so excited until after the appeals process. This is a major controversial high-profile case. It isn't over yet. Greater than trial. Presents cases, jury. Makes verdict Reddit clowns, accurately. I am wondering what's coming for the other three and hoping for complete justice here. This probably needs a serious tag. I think people were waiting for the verdict to come in so they could calm or whore on our Ask Reddit. Good. The speed of the decision is disturbing. But I am satisfied with the outcome. I do, however, believe there is not an unreasonable case for an appeal. Free people should not tolerate execution of citizens in the street by agents of the state. Good. The cops in America seem to be a special breed of psychopath. I honestly don't know how they continually get away with their shit. It was a fair and transparent trail. Chauvin got what he deserved. But the murder of George Floyd will forever burn in the memory this generation. Relief. Good. So relieved a murderer cop will see punishment for his crimes. He had it fucking coming. The bastard deserves to rot in jail. I'm relieved. It says everything about this country that I thought he might escape at least some of the charges. Despite everything being documented on tape. May he rot in hell. The jury did not want to have to put up with months of riots again. I know I don't, and I don't even live in a big city. Good. Instant karma. Finally, an officer who committed a crime is found guilty. Unlike others before him being found not guilty or acquitted. Glad he's guilty, but hold off on celebrating till we know what the sentence is. Justice is served and George Floyd's family can finally have some peace tonight. The fact the jury came to a quick decision shows how piss poor of a job the defense did. Jury saw right through it. Straight to jail. This is great news. But it is just the beginning. In my opinion, Chauvin's conviction was not true justice. True justice would have been George Floyd living to see another day. I feel for George Floyd's family. Their loved one was murdered and their consolation is that the murderer didn't get away scot-free. I'll be honest. Most of the white nurses and doctors in the hospital I work at are pissed, and that should tell you enough about the state of racism in the healthcare industry. I hope it sets precedent for police accountability. I'm glad to see at least some degree of justice served here, but it's heartbreaking that there's such a long way to go. Surprised Americans actually voted properly for once. Sadly, I'd be very surprised if all the verdicts stick. Finally, this will shut up the people who constantly said he was going to walk. I'm overjoyed that justice was served and a murderer is behind bars. Let's hope this is a step towards defeating racism and bringing accountability to policing in America. That cops need more than couple hours of training making arrests per year. https www.youtube.com/watch v=al1ckktrsci https www.youtube.com/watch v=al1ckktrsci. Obviously the appropriate verdict. But it's also just one small victory. We still have a lot to do to change the system and end injustice that has been happening since day one of this country. If this case wasn't so public and people weren't so outraged, he would have gotten away with it. I think he deserves what he got, though, to be clear. My thoughts. I think George Floyd got the outrage that Elijah McClain deserved. Good. Imho. While we need to back police in general, the negligent and malicious ones need to be hung out to dry and made an example of. A surprise, but a welcome one. It will hopefully add precedence to cases like this one. Anyone else go straight to controversial? What's the minimum for each of his sentences? He intentionally ignored his training and common sense in favor of risking severe injury and death to another person for no benefit to anyone except his own ego. He deserves every second in jail. It's a start. Good thing Trump is not there anymore to pardon him. Epic victory royale for justice. I'm glad that common sense and justice prevailed. A step in the right direction. Hang him publicly. I know it's barbaric, but look what he started. I think he killed a guy and is paying for it. My thoughts are, probably best not to sort this thread by controversial, even though I'm going to do it immediately after posting and then get mad at the dumb shit I find. Fuck that racist piece of shit. Good. Let justice be served. I'm very happy to see him found guilty. George Floyd had severe flaws and had done some pretty bad things. But this cop decided to give him the death sentence which he had no right to give. Now let's get the next one. Even though he was obviously guilty, I was nervous just before they read the verdict. How are you supposed to get a fair trial when thousands of people are on the streets shouting for Your blood, and everyone knows they'll burn down more city blocks if you're found not guilty. Still wondering how the Rodney King beating trial didn't go this way. Now let's get justice for Adam Toledo. We saw what we saw. Had the US prosecuted murderous LOOs in the past, this probably wouldn't have happened at all. Fuck you, Derek. Rot in prison. Getting the punishment he deserves. Good. Fuck that POS. Laughing face. I am relieved. I am old enough to remember the LA riots. If he had got off, it would have been every state, every city. Rot in hell, you fuck. It's literally the dumbest shit I've seen in weeks. Now get the rest of the cops that stood there and encouraged him. I think George deserved better and Chauvin deserves worse. A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. Good. He didn't deserve to not be punished for literally murdering somebody. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe for more content.